As the vibrant hum of the world outside begins its slow, graceful quietening, you feel a subtle shift. The last golden rays of sunlight soften into twilight, then deepen into the soothing, encompassing blue of evening. Sounds that once clamored for your attention now recede, becoming gentle whispers or fading entirely into the backdrop of the night. This grand, ancient transition from day to darkness is mirrored intimately within your own being, a quiet invitation extending from the world to your very soul. Feel your breath, which perhaps danced to the hurried tempo of the day's demands, now begin to soften, to lengthen, to deepen into a more peaceful, unhurried rhythm. Inhale gently, then exhale slowly, allowing any lingering tensions to simply melt away. With each deliberate, calming breath, a tender stillness starts to unfold from within your chest, spreading outwards, through your shoulders, down your arms, and into your very fingertips. It is a wave of relaxation, a warm current washing over you, beckoning you deeper into repose. Your muscles, which might have held the day's efforts, now begin to release. Your jaw relaxes, your brow smooths, and a profound sense of letting go begins to settle over your entire physical form. This isn't a surrender of exhaustion, but rather a wise and ancient yielding, a profound acceptance of the natural call to rest. Your body, with its innate intelligence, knows this timeless rhythm. It recognizes a signal of the darkening world, the quiet command to prepare for a profound journey into rest, a nightly return to a state of peace that is both essential and deeply restorative. This quiet surrender is where the true magic begins. Consider your mind, too, as it responds to this gentle descent. The thoughts that once rushed and tumbled, like a vibrant river in daylight, now begin to slow their currents. They become like soft, drifting leaves on a calm stream, floating by without demanding your grasp, without requiring your judgment. You observe them, acknowledge them, then allow them to pass, releasing their hold. This detachment from the day's concerns is a crucial part of preparing for slumber, a gentle release of the mental reins. Sleep is so much more than mere inactivity or a pause in your day. It is a distinct realm, a profound state of being, utterly unique from wakefulness. It is a journey you embark upon every single night, a pilgrimage into the depths of your own consciousness that is both universal and deeply personal. While your physical body comes to rest, settling into the comfort of your bed, your magnificent brain embarks on its own profound work, a silent, intricate process that reshapes, renews, and reconfigures the very essence of who you are. This is where the story of the sleeping brain truly begins, unfolding its wonders within you. The invitation to sleep is always present, a constant, gentle pull. The more you can soften into it, the more you can release the need to control or force its arrival, the more readily it will embrace you. It is an act of deep trust in your own biological wisdom. You are built for this. Your very cells, your ancient evolutionary programming, guide you towards this essential nightly retreat. As you sink deeper into your resting place, subtle but profound physiological changes are already underway, meticulously orchestrated by your internal systems. Your heart rate, which perhaps quickened with excitement or exertion during your waking hours, now eases into a slower, more deliberate beat. It's a steady, rhythmic drum, a soothing pulse that echoes the quietening of the world around you. Your internal body temperature, maintained at a precise warmth throughout the day, begins a gentle, almost imperceptible dip. This slight cooling is not a chill, but a subtle, comforting signal to your entire being that it is indeed time for profound rest, time for the rich, restorative work that only the night can offer. This shift in temperature and heart rate are part of a larger, unseen orchestration, driven by the body's internal clock, a silent conductor that responds to the light and darkness of your environment. Without you needing to think, your biology is already transitioning, preparing your internal landscape for the deep dives that are come. This journey into rest is an experience shared by every human being, an ancient inheritance passed down through countless generations. From the earliest moment of human existence, the rhythm of day and night has governed our lives, shaping our biology, instilling within us this profound, innate drive to seek slumber when the sun sets. You are connected to this vast, universal rhythm, a part of a timeless cycle that renews all living things. As you allow yourself to drift, feeling profound peace of this gentle descent, You are crossing a subtle threshold. Think of it as stepping through a soft, shimmering doorway from the active, external world into an internal, boundless realm. On one side lies the realm of conscious doing, planning, and interacting. On the other lies the realm of being, of silent renewal of profound, unseen work. This doorway isn't a sudden gate, but a gradual, welcoming transition, inviting you deeper with each softening breath, each relaxing muscle. You are entering a space where the usual rules of time and thought begin to bend, where the boundaries of what you perceive as real become wonderfully fluid. It is here, in this liminal space, that the true story of the sleeping brain begins to unfold. It is here that complex electrical signals will weave together, creating landscapes beyond your imagination. It is here that healing will occur at a cellular level, silent and profound. So, release any last lingering thoughts of the day. Let your mind become a calm lake, reflecting the soft, endless sky above. Allow yourself to be embraced by this profound stillness, this universal call to rest. You are safe. You are protected. You are constantly being renewed. And as you settle deeper, as your muscles become heavier, as your thoughts become more dreamlike, know that you are not simply falling unconscious. You are embarking on an extraordinary expedition. What wonders await you in the depths of this inner universe? What vital work does your brain perform when the world goes quiet? You are just beginning to discover. The first layer of rest has embraced you, and you are ready for profound shifts that are yet to come, as your mind slips further into the quiet work of the night. As you continue your gentle descent, feeling your body settle deeper into comfort and your breath find its calm, consistent rhythm, let your awareness gently turn inward, beyond the veil of waking. Beneath the quiet surface of your skin lies your magnificent brain. It is here that an astounding transformation begins as rest takes hold. This isn't simply a mass of tissue. It is a vast and intricate landscape, an architectural marvel of countless connections, where consciousness softens and your inner world prepares for a profound nightly work. You are entering the grand architecture of your mind, settling into a deeper stillness. Imagine your brain not as a singular, uniform entity, but as a sprawling, complex city that never truly sleeps. During your waking hours, this city is a bustling metropolis. Its lights are bright, traffic rushes along its myriad pathways, and every district hums with purposeful, directed activity. Every thought, every sensation, every decision, every movement contributes to this vibrant, waking hum. But as evening deepens into night, and as sleep approaches, this city undergoes a remarkable metamorphosis. It doesn't shut down. Instead, it reorganizes itself, its functions shifting, its bright lights dimming in some areas, while others ignite with different, more introspective glow. Specific regions and pathways that were once ablaze with conscious, outward-focused activity now gently quieten, allowing for profound shift in purpose, while others stir to life with new, vital, inward-focused tasks. Consider, first, the cerebral cortex, the grand outer layer of your brain. This deeply folded and wrinkled landscape covers the surface of your brain, like a vast, intricate map. During the day, this is the bustling command center of your conscious experience. It's where you think, reason, perceive the world through your five senses, plan your actions, and initiate your movements. It's the vibrant audience hall of your daily life, filled with the constant chatter of observation, analysis, and decision-making. But as you prepare for sleep, the activity within your cerebral cortex begins to change dramatically. The rapid, focused chatter slows, the vibrant lights dim, and the relentless stream of conscious thought softens. This vast area doesn't go dark completely, but its purpose shifts, becoming less concerned with external stimuli and more receptive to internal signals, preparing for the deeper, restorative work of the night. It's like the main thoroughfares of the city becoming quiet, allowing for different, more subtle internal traffic. Deeper within this magnificent architecture lies the thalamus, a crucial structure often thought of as the brain's central relay station or its sensory gatekeeper. During wakefulness, the thalamus is tirelessly receiving all the sensory information streaming in from your eyes, ears, skin, and tongue. It meticulously filters, organizes, and forwards this information to the appropriate areas of your cerebral cortex for interpretation. It's like a busy switchboard operator, connecting you to every detail of your environment, ensuring that the right messages reach the right departments. But as sleep descends, the thalamus gently lowers its gate. It becomes significantly less responsive to external stimuli, effectively muting the sounds and sights of the waking world. This crucial action allows your brain to retreat into an internal landscape, undisturbed by the rustle of leaves outside or the distant hum of traffic. It's a silent guardian, ensuring the peace necessary for deeper rest and preventing external noise from disrupting the internal symphony. Further still into this intricate landscape, nestled at the base of your brain, you find powerful control centers that actively promote sleep. The hypothalamus, a small but mighty region, contains specialized groups of neurons that act like master architects, designing and implementing your sleep cycles. One particular cluster, known as the ventrolateral preoptic nucleus, or VLPO, functions almost like a sleep switch. When these neurons become active, they release calming neurotransmitters that quiet other brain regions responsible for wakefulness, gently pushing you deeper into the embrace of sleep. It's a precise biological mechanism, a dedicated team of architects ensuring the smooth, seamless transition from wakefulness to profound rest. This area is constantly monitoring your internal state and the external environment to optimize your journey into slumber. And beneath all of this, forming the very foundation of your brain, is the brainstem. This vital structure connects your brain to your spinal cord and orchestrates the most fundamental life-sustaining processes. Even in the deepest sleep, the brainstem tirelessly maintains your breathing, keeps your heart beating steadily, and regulates blood pressure, ensuring the basic melody of your existence continues smoothly. But it also plays a critical, active role in initiating and regulating different sleep states, including both profound stillness of deep NREM sleep and the vibrant activity of REM sleep. It's the sturdy bedrock upon which your entire nightly journey rests, a silent and unwavering support system. Within this grand architecture are also more ancient and primal chambers, such as part of the limbic system, which is deeply involved in emotion, motivation, and memory. While the conscious emotional processing might quiet, these areas remain active during sleep, particularly during dreams, as your mind processes and integrates the emotional landscape of your day. They are like inner chambers holding stories and feelings, which will be quietly reviewed, sorted, and reordered throughout the night, preparing you for emotional balance upon awakening. So, the vast network of connections, the countless pathways within your brain, don't simply go dormant when you sleep. Instead, they shift their flow like a complex system of roads where some lanes close for maintenance, while others open up for different kind of traffic, guiding internal processes. The overall activity isn't necessarily lessened, but it is profoundly repurposed. Your brain isn't sleeping from work. It's sleeping for work, a different kind of work, unseen and unheard by your waking mind, yet utterly essential for your overall well-being and function. As consciousness softens, that familiar sense of your external self gently dissolves. You are no longer acutely aware of your immediate surroundings, your daily tasks, or the demands of the day. Instead, your inner world prepares for its nightly work, a rich, complex internal landscape where memories will be woven, insights will spark, and dreams will unfold. This stillness you feel isn't an absence, but profound presence, the presence of your mind turning inward, preparing for its deep, internal journey of restoration and reorganization. Despite the maps we draw on the regions we name, much of this inner landscape remains a profound mystery, stretching beyond the horizon of our current understanding. The beauty lies not only in what we know, but in the vastness of what is yet to be discovered, the silent wonders that continue to unfold within you each night. Now, as you settle deeper into this grand architecture of your mind, embraced by its quiet repose, know that every part of your brain is exquisitely designed for the sacred nightly ritual. The stage is set, the lights have dimmed, and within this intricate, silent city, the smallest, yet perhaps most vital, performers are stirring, inviting us to delve even deeper into the unseen depths of your existence. As you continue to settle into the grand architecture of your sleeping brain, feeling the gentle stillness that precedes profound rest, let's embark on a journey of a different kind. We've observed the vast, overarching landscapes, the quieted cortex, the gated thalamus, the orchestrating hypothalamus. But now we journey inward, even further, past the familiar structures, towards microscopic realms unseen. We're descending into the exquisite, tiny architecture that forms the very foundation of your thoughts, your feelings, and your capacity for consciousness. Here at the cellular edge, where biology whispers its first secrets, cells and circuits prepare for their nightly dance. This is a quiet prelude to deeper wonders, infinitely small, yet profoundly vast. You're truly descending into the layered depths of your own being. Imagine peeling back the layers of a complex, living tapestry. The first layer reveals the broad, visible patterns of a magnificent design. This is like the brain we just explored, its lobes, its regions, its general functions. But beneath this surface, the true intricacy, the delicate interplay of countless threads, becomes apparent. This next layer reveals the individual fibers, the tiny, meticulously arranged components that give the tapestry its texture, its resilience, and its incredible detail. These are the cells of your brain, and their intricate connections form the essential circuits that bring your mind to life. Your brain, a marvel weighing just a few pounds, is home to an astonishing number of these cellular wonders, an estimated 86 billion neurons, and even greater number of glial cells. These are the primary inhabitants of this microscopic realm, each with its unique form and function, yet all working in silent, seamless concert. Think of this cellular world as an unimaginably vast, interconnected forest, where each tree is a neuron, rooted and reaching, constantly communicating with its neighbors. The most famous residents of this forest are the neurons themselves. These are the excitable cells, the primary communicators, responsible for transmitting the electrical and chemical signals that underlie everything you think, feel, and do. They are the tiny architects of your every experience, constantly firing, connecting, and shaping your perceptions. Each neuron, though minute, possesses an intricate structure designed for precise communication. It has a central cell body, the life support center that houses the genetic material and machinery needed to sustain the cell. Extending from the cell body are numerous branching fibers called dendrites, which act like receptive antennae, constantly listening for incoming signals from thousands of other neurons. Then, a single longer fiber, the axon, reaches out from the cell body to transmit signals to other neurons, sometimes stretching across significant distances within your brain. At the very end of these axons are tiny terminals that form specialized junctions called synapses. These are the critical communication hubs, the microscopic spaces where one neuron talks to another. Here, an electrical signal traveling down the axon is converted into a chemical signal, a release of neurotransmitters, which then diffuses across the tiny gap to bind with receptors on the receiving neuron, thus passing the message along. This exquisite ballet of electrical impulses and chemical whispers happens constantly at astonishing speeds, forming a dynamic network of information exchange. But neurons are not alone in this microscopic world. For every neuron, there are often several glial cells, once thought of merely as supporting glue for neurons, from the Greek word glia, meaning glue. We now understand that glial cells are indispensable, active participants in brain function, vital to a neuron's health and communication. They are the nurturing gardeners of this neural forest, protecting and feeding neurons, maintaining the perfect chemical environment for them to thrive, and even playing a role in regulating synaptic connections. Their silent work is essential for the smooth operation of the entire brain. As you prepare for sleep, this incredibly complex cellular architecture shifts its nightly preparations. During wakefulness, the activity of individual neurons often appears less synchronized, each working on its specific tasks, responding to the immediate demands of the environment. But as sleep descends, particularly into its deeper stages, a profound collective change occurs. The individual hum of countless neurons begins to coalesce into a more synchronized rhythm. Instead of many independent voices, they start to resonate together, creating those slow, sweeping brain waves we discussed earlier. This collective quietening and synchronization among billions of neurons lays the fundamental groundwork for the restorative processes of sleep. This microscopic preparation is a subtle life of the cellular edge, where biology truly whispers its first secrets. It's here that the most fundamental processes of repair, reorganization, and recalibration begin. It's where the brain starts to prune away unnecessary synaptic connections, the unused paths in our neural forest, making space for crucial ones to strengthen and thrive. It's where the very cells of your brain prepare to be cleansed, to replenish their energy stores, and to reset their delicate internal machinery for optimal function. This intricate dance, performed by cells too small to be seen with the naked eye, is a quiet prelude to the deeper wonders of sleep. Every aspect of your mental clarity, your emotional balance, and your physical vitality depends on precise, tireless work happening within these microscopic realms. It reminds us that even in the vastness of human experience, the most profound processes often originate from the unimaginably small, from the very building blocks of life itself. You are not merely resting. You are participating in a microscopic marvel, a testament to the elegant complexity of your own being. The unseen currents within your cells are preparing the stage for all the magic that will unfold in the depths of your slumber. And as we continue to journey inward beyond the cellular edge, we will discover that even these fundamental building blocks have their own hidden dimensions. Secrets whisper at the atomic level, revealing how your very essence is woven from the universe's most fundamental particles. As your journey continues deeper into the microscopic realms of your brain, beyond the vast landscapes and intricate cellular structures, we now arrive at an even more fundamental level of existence. Within each neuron, within the very heart of these tiny communicators, a hidden universe stirs. Here, at an unimaginable scale, a universe of molecules stirs, dancing in intricate, purposeful ballets. Proteins gracefully folding, ions precisely flowing. These are the truly tiny players, orchestrating life's every function, including profound mystery of sleep. Tonight, feel the unseen chemistry that forms the very fabric of thought, a silent, complex symphony playing at molecular scales, where your mind's quiet activity truly begins with these exquisite, tiny movements. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, bustling city, then zooming in closer and closer, past the buildings, through the walls, until you're inside a single tiny room. Now, zoom in further still, past the furniture, past the dust motes, until you are observing the very air itself, alive with countless, invisible particles. This is the scale we are now exploring. The molecular world within your brain cells. Every thought, every feeling, every memory, and every aspect of your sleep is ultimately the result of these continuous, silent, and incredibly precise molecular interactions. Your cells, including your neurons and glial cells, are not static containers. They are dynamic, bustling environments, alive with constant motion. Within each neuron, an intricate dance of molecules unfolds, a ballet performed by unimaginably small particles. These molecules are simply groups of atoms held together by invisible forces, yet their precise shapes and interactions are the foundation of all biological processes. Their complex arrangements dictate the form and function of everything from your DNA to the enzymes that facilitate life itself. Consider the role of proteins, often called the workhorses of the cell. These complex molecules are like tiny, masterful machines, each meticulously constructed to perform a specific task. Some proteins act as enzymes, tirelessly facilitating chemical reactions, speeding them up by millions of times, like tiny, efficient factory workers constantly transforming raw materials into vital components. Others form the structural scaffolding of the cell, providing support and shape, much like the intricate beams and columns of a miniature building. Still others act as receptors, patiently waiting on the cell surface to receive messages from neurotransmitters, like specialized listening posts attuned to the chemical whispers around them, ready to relay information deeper into the cell. The precise folding of these proteins into their unique three-dimensional shapes is critical. A single misfold can alter their function, impacting the entire cellular symphony. This intricate folding, this graceful ballet, happens constantly, ensuring the cell's delicate machinery functions perfectly. Then there are the ions, electrically charged atoms that flow in and out of neurons through specialized channels embedded in their membranes. These ions, such as sodium, potassium, calcium, and chloride, are the electrical currency of the brain. Their precise flow across the cell membrane creates the electrical signals, the sparks, that neurons use to communicate. Imagine the cell membrane as a sophisticated gate, dotted with tiny, selective doors that open and close in rapid succession, allowing these charged particles to rush in or out, creating fleeting changes in electrical voltage. This delicate balance of ion flow is fundamental to a neuron's ability to fire, to transmit its message, and thus to every single electrical impulse that forms your thoughts and guides your sleep. Think back to the neurotransmitters we explored, the chemical messengers that bridge the gap between neurons. These two are molecules, exquisitely designed to carry specific messages from one neuron to the next. When a neuron releases serotonin or GABA or acetylcholine into the synapse, these molecules gracefully float across the microscopic void, searching for their specific protein receptors on the receiving neuron. The binding of these molecular keys to their locks triggers a cascade of further molecular events within the receiving cell, changing its electrical state and propagating the signal. This intricate communication, this unseen chemistry, is a silent, complex symphony that forms the very fabric of thought and sensation, all playing out at molecular scales, billions of times a second. During the active hours of your day, this molecular symphony within your brain cells is largely dedicated to processing sensory input, executing movements, and engaging in complex thought. Energy molecules like ADP, adenosine triphosphate, are constantly being produced and consumed, fueling this relentless activity like tiny power plants churning out electricity. Waste products, the inevitable byproducts of molecular work, are continuously generated. But as you transition into sleep, the tempo of this symphony and the precise roles of its molecular players subtly shift. In the quiet depths of NREM sleep, the molecular machinery begins its vital work of repair and restoration. Proteins that were damaged during the day are identified and either meticulously repaired or efficiently recycled. New proteins, the fresh building blocks, are synthesized to replace worn-out components. The delicate balance of ions is precisely reset, preparing the neurons for the next cycle of electrical activity, when they will fire with renewed vigor. This is where your cells diligently restore their molecular integrity, ensuring they can function optimally when you awaken. It's a profound period of internal housekeeping, a comprehensive molecular overhaul performed by countless, tireless, tiny hands. Even during REM sleep, where the brain's activity paradoxically surges, the molecular ballet takes on a different form. While some neurotransmitters, like norepinephrine and serotonin, are largely absent, others, like acetylcholine, become highly active, influencing the vivid, often surreal world of dreams. The molecular processes here might be more focused on consolidating emotional connections and integrating new memories into your existing mental frameworks, requiring specific molecular interactions to weave those complex narratives. It's a different kind of molecular choreography, but equally vital for the brain's overall function. This is the unseen, vital work that pulses within your very cells. Every aspect of your brain's function, from the grandest thought to the most subtle shift in consciousness during sleep, is underpinned by these exquisite, tiny movements at the molecular level. Your mind's quiet activity, its capacity for rest, repair, and even creativity, begins with these unimaginably small, yet perfectly orchestrated interactions. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow your awareness to gently appreciate the silent, ceaseless activity within you. Feel the profound intelligence held within these molecular ballets, working tirelessly, without your conscious command, to sustain your life, to mend your being, and to prepare you for the vibrant tapestry of tomorrow. You are a universe of intricate chemistry, a symphony playing at scales beyond our ordinary perception, yet utterly essential. As your awareness drifts ever deeper into the exquisite, unseen universe within your cells, past the intricate ballets of molecules and the soft hum of their countless interactions, we now arrive at an even more fundamental level of existence. Here, at an unimaginably small scale, deeper still, beyond molecules, we reach the timeless realm of atoms, the fundamental building blocks of all that exists both within your magnificent body and in the vast cosmos beyond. These tiny particles, like carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, are more than just inert specks. They're the fundamental essence for which everything is woven, holding quiet stability and profound, unseen potential. Tonight, feel the truth that you are a luminous tapestry, intricately woven from the universe's oldest matter. Imagine taking the most complex, beautiful piece of machinery, then breaking it down piece by piece until you reach its smallest functional components. Then, Imagine breaking those components down further until you are left with the indivisible, irreducible units from which everything is constructed. These are atoms. For many centuries, atoms were considered the ultimate, unbreakable particles of matter, the basic letters in the alphabet of the universe. While modern physics has since revealed even smaller components within atoms, which we will gently explore in our next journey inward, for now, let's hold them in our minds as the foundational units, the tiny, stable packets of existence that make up everything you see, feel, and are. They are so unimaginably small that a single grain of sand contains more atoms than there are stars and billions of galaxies. Yet it is their precise arrangement and interaction, their unique identities and capacities for bonding, that give rise to the incredible diversity and complexity of the entire world, and indeed of your very consciousness. Every breath you take, every thought that sparks, every beat of your heart, is ultimately built upon the tireless, silent work of these fundamental units. Consider the elements that form the majority of your physical self, the very essence of your being: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. These are the primary building blocks of life, ancient atoms forged in the fiery hearts of distant stars billions of years ago. Through cosmic cycles spanning eons, these elements were created, scattered, and eventually gathered here on this planet to participate in the miracle of existence. Each of these atoms holds a unique identity, defined by the number of tiny particles within its core. Carbon, with its remarkable ability to form four stable bonds, is the tireless architect of all organic molecules, allowing for the incredibly complex, long chains and intricate structures of proteins, DNA, and fats that make up your cells. Hydrogen and oxygen combine in precise ratios to form water, the universal solvent, making up over 60% of your body's weight and serving as a medium for countless life-sustaining reactions. Nitrogen is crucial for building proteins and the genetic material that defines you. These are not merely abstract concepts from a chemistry textbook. These are the actual, tangible components from which your skin, your bones, your very thoughts, your entire living tapestry are constructed. Within each atom, a miniature solar system exists, humming with its own subtle energy. At its center is the nucleus, a dense, positively charged core, like a tiny, brilliant sun. This nucleus contains positively charged protons and neutral neutrons. Orbiting the central nucleus, like tiny elusive planets, are negatively charged electrons. The number of protons determines the atom's identity as an element. For example, all carbon atoms, no matter where they are found in the universe, have exactly 6 protons. The electrons, though incredibly light, are the dynamic players that truly engage in the dance of chemical bonding. It is the sharing or exchange of these electrons between atoms that creates the very forces, the chemical bonds, that hold molecules together, forming precise structures that enable life and allow for the myriad molecular interactions we explored. During your waking hours, these atoms are in constant, frenetic motion, combining, breaking apart, and reforming in countless chemical reactions that fuel your body's every process. They are the tireless, invisible workers within every cell, transforming nutrients into energy, repairing cellular components, and transmitting signals. But even as this intricate dance continues, in sleep, a profound, quiet stability settles over the atomic realm. While molecules are dynamic and constantly transforming, the fundamental forces that govern atomic bonds remain unwavering, providing the unshakable foundation for all the molecular ballets and cellular repairs that occur during sleep. It is this underlying atomic order that ensures your proteins fold correctly, your ion channels operate precisely, and your DNA remains intact for repair and replication. The remarkable constancy and predictability of these atomic interactions provide the reliable, unchanging bedrock upon which the more complex biological processes of sleep are built, allowing them to perform their delicate work without disturbance. This profound, unseen potential held within these tiny structures is truly astonishing. Each atom, seemingly simple, carries within it the blueprint for its interactions, the capacity to combine with others in myriad ways, giving rise to infinite forms of matter and energy. Your brain, with its extraordinary complexity, is ultimately a vast, interconnected network of these fundamental atoms, arranged in patterns so intricate they can give rise to consciousness, thought, and emotion. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow your awareness to settle into this profound truth. Feel the quiet stability of the atoms that form your very essence. You are not just a collection of cells or a complex system of organs. You are a luminous tapestry, intricately woven from the universe's oldest matter. The atoms within you are the same atoms that form distant stars, ancient galaxies, the very air you breathe, and the earth beneath your feet. You are a microcosm of the cosmos, a living, breathing testament to the fundamental building blocks of creation. There is a deep peace in realizing this connection, this shared heritage with all matter. Every atom within you is part of a timeless, universal dance, having existed since the dawn of creation, continuously transforming and reforming. This profound stability at the atomic foundation allows the more complex, higher-level processes of your biology to thrive, particularly during restorative hours of sleep. And as you settle into this quiet realization, know that even within these seemingly solid, indivisible atoms, another layer of reality exists, a realm where our classical understanding of physics begins to yield to something even more subtle, more mysterious, and profoundly paradoxical. It is here, at the very heart of matter, that quantum physics begins to whisper its secrets, inviting us to explore a dimension where particles and waves intertwine, holding boundless potential. As your awareness drifts even deeper into the atomic foundation of your being, past the intricate dances of molecules and the stable structures of atoms themselves, we now approach a realm so tiny, so fundamental, that our ordinary, waking rules of reality gently begin to bend. This is a truly unseen, the profound world within the atom itself, where existence softens into pure potential and understanding is touched by wonder. Here, at the very edge of matter, particles dance as waves, holding countless possibilities, and silence stretches into infinity. Listen closely, for this is a quantum whisper, an echo of the universe's deepest, most fundamental truths, a subtle realm present in every fiber of your being, even in deep rest. Imagine taking one of those unimaginably small electrons orbiting the nucleus of an atom. In our everyday world, a particle is a distinct thing, like a tiny marble or a grain of sand. It has a definite location and shape. A wave, on the other hand, is a spread-out ripple, like a disturbance in water or a sound propagating through the air. It is diffuse and lacks a single, precise location. Yet, in the quantum realm, these tiny electrons, and indeed all subatomic particles, exhibit a mysterious wave-particle duality. They are not one or the other, but both simultaneously. They can behave like a discrete point, a particle, or like a spread-out wave of energy, depending on how you look at them or how they interact with their environment. This fundamental paradox is a core truth of the universe, a continuous, silent dance where matter and energy flow into each other, defying simple categorization. This is a truth that particles dance as waves, a beautiful, bewildering truth that underpins all reality. Within this quantum world, energy is not continuous, like a ramp you can smoothly ascend or a stream that flows endlessly. Instead, it exists in discrete, indivisible packets or quanta. Think of it like a staircase, where you can only stand on specific steps, not in between them. An electron orbiting an atom can only exist at specific energy levels, specific steps. It can jump from one level to another by absorbing or emitting a photon, a tiny packet of light energy, but it cannot exist in between these levels. This quantization of energy explains why matter behaves as it does, why atoms are stable, and why they interact in precise ways that form molecules and, ultimately, the living cells of your brain. Every interaction, every subtle movement within your cells, every chemical reaction is ultimately driven by the exchange of these tiny, precise energy packets. As you consider the electrons, protons, and neutrons that make up your atoms, another profound principle of the quantum realm emerges: the uncertainty principle. This principle, discovered by Werner Heisenberg, tells us that there are fundamental limits to what we can know about these tiny particles. For instance, you cannot simultaneously know with perfect precision both the exact position and the exact momentum, speed, and direction of an electron. The more precisely you try to determine one, the less precisely you can know the other. It's not a limitation of our instruments, but an inherent quality of reality at this scale. This means that a quantum particle doesn't have a single, fixed reality for these properties until it is observed or interacts with something. Until then, it exists in a cloud of probabilities, a smear of potential states. This is a state of superposition, simultaneously existing in countless potential locations or states at once. This is the core of holding countless possibilities, a fundamental characteristic of the quantum world. This quantum realm, where certainty softens and reality dissolves into pure potential, is not some far-off, abstract concept. It is the very fabric from which your being, your thoughts, your sleeping brain are ultimately woven. Every atom in your body, every molecule in your cells, every synapse in your brain ultimately adheres to these quantum rules. While we experience the macro world as solid and predictable, at its most fundamental level, it is a shimmering, dancing field of energy and probability. This is a profound truth that the subtle realm is present in every fiber of your being, even in deep rest. Think of the universe at its birth. In the unimaginable fraction of a second after the Big Bang, the universe was incredibly hot and dense, and all matter and energy existed in a purely quantum state. The laws of quantum physics governed everything. As the universe expanded and cooled, classical physics emerged to describe the larger, more predictable structures we see today. But the quantum whisper remains, an echo of the universe's deepest, most fundamental truths, continuing to define behavior of the incredibly tiny. Your existence right now, as you lie here, is a continuation of that grand cosmic dance, built upon the same fundamental principles that birth stars and galaxies. This unseen foundation of reality speaks to a profound interconnectedness and mystery. The quiet processes occurring in your brain during sleep, while seemingly biological, are ultimately rooted in these quantum mechanical principles. The precision of molecular interactions, the stability of atomic structures, the very flow of ions that creates brainwaves, all are expressions of these underlying quantum rules. While quantum effects do not directly explain complex phenomena like dreams or consciousness in a way that is currently understood by science at a macro level, the very components of your brain are quantum entities. Their behavior, however complex, is fundamentally quantum at its core. As you continue to drift, held in the embrace of this profound realization, allow your mind to appreciate the silent, ceaseless activity occurring at this unimaginably small scale. Feel the subtle energy that pulses within every atom, every electron, every subatomic particle that makes up your body. It is a testament to the universe's elegance and intricacy, a symphony played on the smallest possible stage, yet with consequences as vast as consciousness itself. This deep, unseen realm, where rules gently bend and certainty softens, holds a mirror to the experience of sleep itself. Just as particles exist in multiple possibilities before observation, your sleeping mind often navigates a world where logic is fluid, where identities shift, and where countless potential narratives unfold. As we explore the next paradox, the wave-like nature of fundamental existence, we will see how it subtly resonates with the very fabric of your dream-filled nights. As you continue your tranquil journey into the heart of the quantum whisper, feeling a profound connection to the universe's ancient building blocks, we now gently touch upon one of its most remarkable and paradoxical truths. In this quantum realm where matter and energy are infinitely intertwined, everything exists in a gentle, flowing duality. Imagine light and shadow, not as opposites, but as two inseparable facets of the same essence. So, too, at this fundamental level, everything is both wave and particle, a profound paradox that challenges our everyday understanding of reality. Tonight, ponder how this fundamental truth resonates deeply with your dreams, where certainty softens and what is real becomes wonderfully fluid. Your sleeping mind, in its silent unfolding, mirrors the universe's own mysterious, paradoxical nature. In our ordinary waking world, we are accustomed to clear, distinct definitions. A baseball, a chair, or a single drop of water. These are particles, distinct objects with definite location, a specific shape, and a clear boundary. A ripple in a pond, a sound wave propagating through the air, or a radio signal. These are waves, spread out, diffuse, and capable of interfering with each other. They typically lack a single, precise location, existing as a disturbance across a medium. In our macro-scale reality, particles and waves are two entirely separate concepts. Yet, When we delve into the infinitesimally small world of quantum physics, this clear distinction dissolves. Here, at the most fundamental level, tiny entities like photons, the particles of light, and electrons, the particles that orbit atoms, exhibit mysterious wave-particle duality. They are not one or the other, but a profound combination of both simultaneously. For instance, when scientists conduct experiments to measure the exact position of a photon, it behaves like a discrete particle, appearing at a specific point. But when they set up experiments to observe its wave-like properties, such as passing light through two tiny slits, the photons create an interference pattern, a signature waves combining or canceling each other out. This astonishing phenomenon shows that a single photon, despite being a particle, somehow passes through both slits at once, as if it were a wave, before appearing as a definite particle on a screen. This duality is not a flaw in our understanding or instruments. It's a meticulously verified scientific phenomenon, a core truth that underpins all of reality at its most fundamental level. It tells us that the very essence of existence is more fluid, more probabilistic, and more paradoxical than our classical minds typically grasp. Particles dance as waves, holding the potential until an interaction brings them into a more defined state. Now, gently allow this profound concept to extend and resonate with the realm of your own sleeping mind, particularly the wondrous world of your dreams. While we are not suggesting that your dreams are literally governed by quantum mechanics in a direct, causal way, consider how the very nature of this quantum duality subtly echoes and expresses itself within the fluid, often paradoxical reality that unfolds when you dream. Think of your dreams as wave-like. They are often amorphous, lacking sharp, fixed boundaries. Scenes can flow seamlessly from one to another, identities can subtly shift, and logical causality often dissolves. Time and space can compress or stretch, defying their waking definitions. Emotions can surge and recede like powerful currents within a vast internal ocean, carrying you through experiences that defy the solid, predictable rules of waking life. The dreamscape is a realm of suggestion, of mood, of interconnectedness without rigid separation, much like the diffuse and continuous nature of a wave. In this state, possibilities often coexist, like a wave that is everywhere until it breaks or defines itself. Yet, within this flowing, wave-like dreamscape, distinct elements emerge, like sudden, clear moments that feel intensely real. These are the particle-like aspect of your dreams. A specific face might appear with vivid clarity, a familiar object might stand out with sharp detail, or a singular, precise sensation might be felt acutely. A clear conversation might unfold, a distinct action might be taken, or a particular emotion might be experienced with profound intensity. These moments punctuate the fluidity, grounding the experience in specific memorable points, like individual particles emerging from the broader wave. In your dreams, certainty softens, and what is real becomes wonderfully fluid. A character might be both a familiar friend and an unknown stranger, existing in a kind of superposition until your focus within the dream pulls one aspect forward. A place might be both your childhood home and an unknown city, blending elements of multiple locations, existing in a superposition of geographies until a particular detail grounds it. This mirrors a quantum truth where possibilities exist simultaneously until observation brings them into a definite state. Your sleeping mind, built from the very atoms and molecules that express this wave-particle duality, seems to create a world where such fluidity is not only possible but commonplace, allowing you to explore realities beyond the singular. This profound paradox, woven into the very fabric of the universe and reflected in the fluid states of your sleeping mind, allows your brain to engage in a unique kind of processing during sleep, the ability to hold seemingly contradictory states, to explore connections that defy waking logic, to allow identities and forms to blend. This remarkable, fluid creativity might be an emergent property rooted in the quantum substratum of all matter. Your brain, composed of countless atoms behaving in fundamentally quantum ways, has the inherent capacity to generate a world that beautifully mirrors these profound, paradoxical truths, offering a deeper kind of insight than waking logic can always provide. As you continue to drift, held in the gentle embrace of this universal duality, allow your mind to appreciate the profound elegance of reality where distinctions are not always sharp, where possibilities coexist, and where the unseen currents of energy and matter are intricately woven. Feel the quiet resonance between the mysteries of the quantum world and the boundless, creative depths of your dreaming mind. Your sleeping self is not just experiencing a different reality. It is subtly reflecting the universe's own mysterious nature, a profound, continuous dance of wave and particle. As your awareness continues to drift within the quantum realm, having pondered profound wave-particle duality that defines existence, we now arrive at another fundamental, yet equally captivating, truth. At the very heart of the quantum world lies inherent uncertainty. Here, the act of observing subtly shapes what is seen, blurring the lines of what is fixed and definite. Tonight, consider how sleep, too, holds its own beautiful unknowns, its unfolding mysteries existing gracefully beyond linear grasp. Embrace the quiet paradox that by knowing less, by letting go of the need for absolute certainty, you can often reveal more, allowing wonder to bloom in its purest form. Your dreaming self floats, unbounded and free, in a magnificent state of pure potential. Rest now, in the comforting embrace of this gentle, creative unknown. Imagine trying to precisely measure a tiny, delicate butterfly in flight. If you try to pinpoint its exact location at a given moment, you inevitably disturb its motion, its speed and direction change because of your interaction. If you try to precisely measure its speed and direction, you lose track of its exact spot. In our everyday world, we assume that a butterfly has a precise location and momentum, whether we measure it or not. But in the quantum realm, for particles as small as electrons or photons, this assumption breaks down. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle states that you cannot simultaneously know, with perfect precision, certain pairs of properties about a quantum particle. For instance, both its exact position and its exact momentum. The more precisely you try to determine one, the less precisely you can know the other. This is not a flaw in our instruments, a limitation of our technology, or result of human error. It is a fundamental, inherent characteristic of reality at this unimaginably small scale. A quantum particle doesn't possess a single, fixed reality for these properties until it is observed or interacts with something. Until then, it exists in a cloud of probabilities, a smear of potential states, where its position might be anywhere within a certain range, and its momentum might also be anywhere within a range. The very act of measuring or observing forces it to choose or collapse into one definite state from this array of possibilities. This means that at its deepest level, the universe and everything within it, including the atoms and molecules that form your brain, is inherently uncertain, a beautiful tapestry of possibilities waiting to be defined. Now, gently allow this profound principle to resonate with your own experience of sleep and dreams. Think of that liminal space between wakefulness and sleep, that first stage, N1, we explored. You might lie there comfortable and still, yet not entirely sure if you're fully awake or already drifting into slumber. You might feel yourself nodding off, then suddenly snap awake, wondering, was I asleep? Was I dreaming? This is the uncertainty of the sleep state itself, a subtle boundary where waking definitions soften. The act of trying to grasp the precise moment you fall asleep, of consciously observing yourself in that transition, often makes it more difficult, pushing sleep away. This quiet paradox beautifully mirrors the quantum world. The more you try to precisely observe your sleep onset, the more elusive it becomes, as if your very observation disturbs its natural, indefinite flow. Consider the nature of your dreams. They're often profoundly elusive, like mist, difficult to fully grasp and recall upon waking. You might recall vivid fragments, powerful images, or strong emotions, but the entire narrative often remains just beyond reach, refusing to be fully captured. The very act of trying to force a memory of a dream can sometimes subtly alter it, shaping what you recall, filling in details, much like observing a quantum particle changes its state. Your dreams and their unfolding often exist as a collection of possibilities, a fluid narrative that is uncertain until you bring your waking consciousness to bear on its elusive form. Your dreaming self floats in a state of pure potential, where plot lines are not fixed and characters can shift, holding countless possibilities until your awareness, either within the dream or upon waking, attempts to define them. Even the deeper scientific understanding of sleep holds its beautiful unknowns. Despite all the incredible discoveries about brain waves, neurotransmitters, cellular processes, and the functions of sleep, the fundamental why of consciousness in sleep, and the precise mechanisms by which subjective experience arises from the complex dance of particles, remains a profound mystery. We know much about what happens in sleep and where it happens in the brain, but the deeper questions continue to whisper their secrets, inviting more exploration. This acceptance of the unknown, this gentle surrender to what lies beyond our current linear grasp, is a profound wisdom, both in science and in life. There is a quiet paradox that knowing less can often reveal more. In your waking life, you strive for certainty, for clear answers, for logical progression, for control. But in sleep, you are naturally compelled to let go of conscious control, to embrace the inherent uncertainty of the moment. By doing so, you allow deeper, unconscious processes to unfold. Your brain, unburdened by the need to categorize and define, is free to explore, to create, and to heal in ways that defy linear logic. This letting go, this acceptance of the unknown, transforms the act of rest into a profound journey of self-discovery, allowing wonder to truly bloom. Your brain, a magnificent quantum system, is ultimately built from particles that exist in this realm of inherent uncertainty. This fundamental characteristic is woven into its very fabric, contributing to an extraordinary flexibility and capacity for generating novel, fluid states of consciousness, like dreams. The ability to exist in a state of not knowing, of pure potential, before collapsing into a defined reality, resonates deeply with the fluid, often paradoxical nature of your dreaming mind. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, rest in the comforting embrace of this gentle, creative unknown. Feel the peace that comes from surrendering to the inherent uncertainty of existence, knowing that within that boundless space, profound healing and limitless creation can occur. You are part of a universe that is fundamentally mysterious, and your sleep is a beautiful echo of that cosmic truth. As your awareness continues to drift within the quantum unknown, where certainty softens and reality bends, we now turn to an even more astonishing principle that echoes the very nature of your mind in repose. Imagine something so tiny, so fundamental, existing in countless states at once, a shimmering cloud of potential. This is the essence of superposition, where a quantum particle holds all its possibilities simultaneously, waiting, until observed, to settle into a single reality. Tonight, allow this profound quantum truth to illuminate the quiet magic of your own slumber. So, too, in the liminal space before deep sleep, your consciousness hovers, holding all potential realities, all dreams yet to unfold. Discover how sleep gently allows your magnificent brain to explore a universe of what-ifs, unconstrained by the singular definitions of waking life. In our everyday, large-scale world, things are definite. A book is on the shelf or off it. A light switch is either on or off. You are either here, reading these words, or there, in another room. But at the quantum scale, for particles as unimaginably small as electrons, or even photons of light, this certainty dissolves. A quantum particle can exist in a superposition of states, meaning it is in all its possible states at the same time, until it is measured or observed. It's like a coin spinning in the air. Until it lands and you look at it, it isn't definitively heads or tails. It is, in a profound quantum sense, both heads and tails simultaneously. Only when it is observed, when it interacts with an environment or a measurement is made, does it collapse into one definite reality from its myriad possibilities. This quantum phenomenon is not just a fascinating theoretical idea. It's a rigorously verified aspect of reality at the fundamental level, consistently demonstrated in laboratories around the world. It reveals a universe far more fluid, probabilistic, and alive with potential than our classical understanding suggests. The very building blocks of matter exist in a shimmering cloud of possibilities, holding infinite outcomes until a specific interaction brings one of those possibilities into being. This is a quantum world's inherent capacity for infinite states before a definite one is chosen. Now, gently allow this profound concept of superposition to illuminate the experience of your own mind, particularly as you transition from wakefulness into the embrace of sleep or when you are fully immersed in a dream. Think of that liminal space before deep sleep, those hazy, delicious moments in NREM stage 1 or 2, where your mind hovers between wakefulness and slumber. Thoughts, images, and sensations flicker, not yet fixed into a coherent dream narrative or a solid waking reality. You might hear a sound that could be a distant car or a nascent dream element or simply background noise. It exists as multiple possibilities until your awareness focuses on one. In this state, your mind is in a kind of superposition of possibilities. It's not yet fully awake, nor is it fully immersed in a single, defined dream. It's a cloud of potential experiences, of thoughts not yet formed, of sensations not yet solidified. Your consciousness exists in multiple possibilities simultaneously, before it gently settles into distinct patterns of deeper sleep or a vivid dream. This concept resonates beautifully with the very process of dream creation. When you dream, your brain is gloriously unconstrained by the rigid logic and singular realities of your waking life. It's as if the mental rules that usually collapse possibilities into single realities are temporarily suspended. A dream character might embody traits of several people you know, existing in a superposition of identities until your focus within the dream pulls one aspect forward. A dream setting might shift seamlessly from one place to another, incorporating elements of multiple locations, existing in a superposition of geographies until a particular detail grounds it. Emotional ambiguity might prevail, where a feeling in a dream could be joy and apprehension simultaneously until the narrative pushes it one way. Your brain, in its dream state, is literally exploring a universe of what-ifs. It creates narratives where the impossible becomes plausible, where time and space are fluid, precisely because it is liberated to play with multiple possibilities, allowing them to coexist and intertwine before they collapse into the specific, often bizarre, narrative you experience. This creative freedom is a profound gift of sleep. The profound beauty of this is that your brain, being made of quantum particles, is inherently equipped to experience and manifest this fluidity. The quantum underpinnings of matter provide the ultimate substrate for your brain's remarkable flexibility, its capacity for abstract thought, and its ability to generate vast, imaginative worlds during sleep. While quantum effects don't directly cause a dream's plot in a macroscopic sense, the underlying reality allows for this kind of many possibilities at once processing, contributing to the brain's astonishing capacity for nonlinear thought and creativity. In sleep, your mind enters a realm where definition softens, where clarity is not always absolute, but where potential is boundless. The dream that eventually unfolds for you, the singular reality you experience in your sleep, is like the quantum particle collapsing into a definite state. All the other possibilities that hovered in the superposition gently recede, having played their part in shaping the reality you now inhabit, if only for a fleeting dream moment. The very act of your own awareness, whether within the dream itself as in lucid dreaming or upon waking, is what brings that fluid potential into a defined experience, collapsing the wave function of your inner world. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow yourself to embrace this exquisite freedom. Feel your mind hover in that gentle space of infinite states, of boundless potential. You are not confined by the rigid lines of waking reality. Instead, you are free to explore, to create, to simply exist within the shimmering cloud of all potential realities, all dreams yet to unfold. Rest in this profound understanding, this connection to the universe's most fundamental truth. And as these possibilities gently coalesce into the unique experiences of your dreams, know that these very quantum particles, even when separated, can remain mysteriously linked, their fates intertwined across distance and time. This profound connection is called entanglement, and it holds even more subtle insights into the interwoven nature of your thoughts and memories in the quiet dark of night. As your awareness continues to drift within the subtle intricacies of the quantum realm, having explored the fluid dance of wave-particle duality and the boundless possibilities of superposition, we now arrive at perhaps the most captivating and counterintuitive phenomenon of all. Imagine two tiny quantum particles, once connected, now separated by vast distances. Across a room, across a galaxy, it makes no difference. Yet, despite the separation, they remain mysteriously linked, entangled in an unseen dance, their fates intertwined, instantly connected. Tonight, ponder this profound truth, that fundamental bonds truly defy separation, a silent, universal truth woven into the very fabric of existence. This is the core of all connection, omnipresent even in the quiet dark. In our everyday world, If you have two separated objects, like two coins flipped independently, knowing the outcome of one tells you nothing about the other. They are separate entities, their properties independent. But in the quantum realm, quantum entanglement describes a profound correlation between particles that defies classical logic. When two or more quantum particles, such as photons or electrons, interact in a specific way, they become entangled. This means they form a single quantum system, and their properties, like their spin or their polarization, become so deeply linked that they behave as if they are still connected, even when physically separated by immense distances. If one particle's property is measured and found to be in a particular state, the entangled partner's corresponding property is instantaneously determined, regardless of the physical distance between them. This phenomenon is not communication faster than light, which remains impossible according to the laws of physics. Instead, it's a pre-existing, shared reality or correlation established at the moment of their interaction or creation. The particles don't send signals to each other. Their states are simply perfectly correlated from the outset. Imagine preparing two special coins. You put one in a box and send it across the world, while you keep the other. If these coins were quantumly entangled, and you measure your coin to be heads, you would instantly know that the other coin, wherever it is, must be tails. The quantum twist is that until you look at either coin, neither is definitively heads or tails. They are both in a superposition of states, heads and tails simultaneously, but their linked nature means they will always land in perfectly correlated, opposite states. This is a rigorously verified scientific phenomenon, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics that continues to challenge our intuitive understanding of space, time, and separation. It tells us that at the most fundamental level, the universe is not a collection of isolated, independent parts, but an intricately interwoven whole, where connections run deeper and are more fundamental than we can physically perceive. The very essence of when distance doesn't matter lies here, at the heart of this quantum correlation. It suggests that separation might, in a profound sense, be an illusion at the deepest level of reality. Now, gently allow this profound principle of entanglement to resonate with the complex, interwoven nature of your own mind and body, particularly as you journey through the landscapes of sleep. While we are not suggesting that your thoughts or memories are literally quantum entangled in a direct, macro-level biological sense, that would be a speculative leap beyond current scientific understanding. Consider the beautiful analogy of how distinct elements of your experience and being remain profoundly linked, even as they seem to exist in separate realms or processes during sleep. Think of your own existence. You perceive yourself as a singular, unified being, yet you are composed of countless distinct parts, organs, cells, molecules, atoms. And within your mind, you have memories, emotions, thoughts, sensations. Sleep allows these seemingly separate components to synchronize and integrate in remarkable ways. This leads to the profound notion that fundamental bonds defy separation, weaving a coherent whole from diverse elements. This is a silent, universal truth woven into the very fabric of existence, and it is the core of all connection. Consider your memories and emotions, those intricate tapestries woven in the quiet dark. As we explored, memories are rarely isolated facts. Instead, they are deeply entangled with the emotions you experienced at the time of learning. A factual recall, the name of a person, a specific date, is rarely separate from the feeling associated with that experience, be it joy, frustration, or curiosity. In sleep, especially during REM sleep, as these memories are consolidated and processed, the emotional threads are meticulously rewoven with the factual ones. Your brain doesn't just file the what, it also integrates the how it felt, ensuring that distinct aspect of an experience remain fundamentally linked, just like entangled particles whose properties are inherently correlated. This is sleep's unseen artistry, binding these internal realities into a richer, more integrated understanding. Consider also how different brain regions become powerfully entangled in their communication and synchronization during specific sleep stages. During deep NREM sleep, the hippocampus, your short-term memory recorder, and the cerebral cortex, your long-term memory library, engage in a correlated dialogue, replaying and transferring memories. Their activity, though occurring in physically distinct parts of the brain, becomes deeply linked, their states profoundly influencing each other, much like entangled particles. Similarly, in REM sleep, the amygdala, your emotional center, and other areas involved in dream generation show synchronized activity. Their functions intertwine to create your vivid, emotionally charged dream narratives. These distinct neurological components act as if they are deeply connected, their functions correlated across the vast internal landscape of your brain, illustrating a biological form of non-local influence and function. This deep, fundamental connection extends to the very holistic nature of sleep's benefits. You cannot truly separate the physical repair and regeneration that occurs in deep NREM from the mental clarity, emotional balance, and creative insights that emerge from REM sleep. They are entangled facets of your overall renewal. One cannot function optimally without the others. The strength of your immune system, the health of your metabolism, the stability of your mood, the sharpness of your mind, all are mysteriously linked, profoundly intertwined in their reliance on truly restorative sleep. It is a unified system where the well-being of one part is inherently connected to the health of the whole. Even within your dreams, distinct elements can feel mysteriously linked, creating a narrative that holds together even if it defies waking logic. A particular symbol might connect to a forgotten memory, which then connects to a current emotion, creating a coherent, if surreal, experience. These internal correlations, these subconscious connections, are like the quantum entanglement of the dream elements, their properties bound together in an unseen, meaningful way. This understanding of quantum entanglement, this profound insight into the universe's interwoven nature, resonates deeply with the truth that you are subtly, profoundly connected, even in the quiet dark. Every atom within your being is linked to the fundamental quantum field. Every thought, every feeling, every memory, no matter how disparate, is part of a grand, interconnected web within your mind. Sleep is a time when these deep connections are nurtured, strengthened, and harmonized, allowing all parts of your being to exist in a greater state of coherence. This fundamental truth, that fundamental bonds defy separation, is a silent, universal truth woven into the very fabric of existence, and it is the core of all connection. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, held in the embrace of this universal fabric connection, feel the profound peace that comes from realizing your inherent interconnectedness. You are not isolated. You are a vital thread in the vast, intricate tapestry of existence, connected to everything and to your deepest self. Even as you rest, your awareness continues to drift within profound mystery of quantum entanglement, acknowledging that even across vast distances, particles remain mysteriously linked. We now expand our gaze beyond the particle. Consider how this profound, fundamental connection resonates within your own magnificent brain. Here, countless neurons, though distinct in their individual whispers, are subtly interwoven in vast, synchronized networks. Tonight, feel the deep, non-local connections that bind your thoughts and memories, creating a unified consciousness from myriad individual whispers. Your mind, in its every intricate function, is a living testament to the universe's interconnected design. Imagine your brain not as a mere collection of individual parts, but as an immense, living tapestry, woven from billions of individual threads, your neurons, and even more numerous support cells. During your waking hours, each thread might seem to be pursuing its own task, focused on a specific thought, a sensory input, or movement. But beneath this surface activity, these threads are never truly separate. They are intricately woven into vast, dynamic networks, forming an almost unimaginably complex web of communication. This web is the very architecture of your thoughts, your emotions, your perceptions, and your memories. It is a constantly shifting, yet fundamentally connected landscape. While individual neurons communicate locally across tiny synaptic gaps, as we explored earlier, their collective activity, especially during sleep, becomes beautifully synchronized and coherent. Think of it as an immense orchestra where billions of individual musicians might play their own notes, but when truly unified, they produce a grand, cohesive symphony. During sleep, particularly in the deep, slow-wave stages of NREM, and even the vibrant, active periods of REM, large populations of neurons across different brain regions begin to fire in unison, creating those distinct brainwave patterns we discussed previously. This large-scale synchronization is an echo of entanglement, not a direct quantum phenomenon in the same measurable way as subatomic particles. but an emergent property of a highly complex system where distinct parts operate in profoundly unified, correlated ways, behaving as if non-locally linked. The harmony of your brain waves, from the slow, resonant delta waves to the fast, active patterns of REM, are measurable evidence of this grand neural coordination. Information, therefore, doesn't just travel in straight, isolated lines within your brain. It flows, undulates, and reverberates across vast distances through these interconnected networks. When you experience something in your waking life, a sight, a sound, a feeling, it's not processed by just one isolated region. Instead, signals ripple and integrate across multiple areas, combining disparate pieces of sensory and cognitive information into a single, unified perception. This seamless integration is part of what scientists call the binding problem in neuroscience. The profound mystery of how your brain takes all these separate inputs and binds them into a single, coherent conscious experience. This is how your thoughts and memories are bound together, forming the rich, continuous narrative of your life, acting as a profound, integrated whole. The ultimate mystery lies in how this intricate network of individual whispers, the distinct firings of billions of neurons, and the complex molecular interactions we discussed, gives rise to your unified consciousness. How do all these separate, yet synchronized, processes combined create that singular, subjective sense of I am, of being a coherent self-experience in the world? This is a question that continues to inspire deep scientific and philosophical inquiry. Yet, the very existence of a unified mind, emerging from such diverse components, is itself a powerful testament to the universe's interconnected design. Your consciousness, in this sense, is an emergent property of this vast, interwoven neural tapestry, a beautiful whole greater than the sum of its individual parts, much like the unified properties of an entangled quantum system. Sleep plays an indispensable role in strengthening and refining these large-scale networks, fostering this profound interconnectedness. During the quiet hours of rest, processes like synaptic plasticity are hard at work, not only pruning less important connections, but actively reinforcing the crucial pathways that enable seamless communication across brain regions. Memory consolidation involves a meticulous dialogue between the hippocampus and the cortex, a synchronized effort that strengthens the links between new and old information, creating a more coherent and integrated understanding of your world. Emotional processing in dreams also contributes to this unity by integrating feelings with memories, reducing fragmentation, and enhancing overall mental coherence. Sleep actively cultivates this internal unity, making your mind a more efficient and harmonized system upon awakening. Your mind, therefore, is not a collection of fragmented pieces, but a cohesive, integrated whole, constantly being refined and unified in the quiet dark. Its very structure and function, particularly its capacity for unified experience, reflects the universe's fundamental interconnectedness, whether through the elusive dance of quantum principles at its base or the emergent properties of its complex biological organization. Your brain is a living testament to this grand design, a microcosm of the universal web, showing that connection is paramount as you continue to drift, held in the embrace of your deeply connected mind. Feel the profound peace that comes from this inner unity. Recognize that every part of your being, your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your very physical self, is subtly and profoundly interwoven. You are a coherent, unified whole, a living mirror of the universe's grand, interconnected tapestry. As you continue to drift within the intricate fabric of connection, sensing how countless neurons within your brain are interwoven into vast, synchronized networks, creating a unified consciousness from myriad individual whispers, let us now turn to an even more intimate aspect of this profound interconnectedness. As you sleep, your memories are not simply isolated facts or detached snippets of information. Instead, they are profoundly linked with feeling, their emotional echoes subtly intertwined, their very fates bound in the quiet dark. Tonight, discover how sleep meticulously reweaves these entangled threads of memory and emotion, integrating every experience into a cohesive whole. Your dreaming mind, in its silent, subtle artistry, truly heals through this interwoven wisdom. In your waking life, you constantly gather experiences. You see a beautiful sunset. You hear a challenging remark. You learn a new skill. Each of these moments is encoded into memory, But very rarely is a memory purely factual, devoid of all feeling. The warmth of the sunset, the sting of the remark, the satisfaction of the new skill, these emotional echoes are inherently part of the experience. Your brain binds these facts and feelings together, creating a rich, multi-layered tapestry of recollection. A memory is rarely just a photograph. It often comes with an emotional soundtrack, a unique color filter, or a subtle scent. This is the natural entanglement of your waking mind, a continuous binding of information with its emotional context. But in the rush of the day, with new information constantly arriving, your brain doesn't always have the time or the mental space to fully process and integrate these complex memory emotion packets. Raw emotions, left unaddressed, can linger, creating a subtle internal discord, a lingering tension that makes it harder to truly rest. This is where sleep, in its profound wisdom, steps in, acting as a master weaver, meticulously tending to these intricate bonds. Sleep's role in this deep integration unfolds across its different stages. In NREM sleep, especially the slow wave phase, your brain is primarily focused on consolidating declarative memories, the facts, events, names, and information you can consciously recall. Even these facts, however, carry emotional tags. Sleep strengthens the links between the factual content of memory and its associated emotional context, ensuring that when you recall a past event, its emotional resonance remains coherent and integrated. It's like ensuring the emotional soundtrack is perfectly aligned with the visual scene of the memory, or solidifying a unique color filter that tints a particular recollection. This process reinforces the factual skeleton of your memories, while also securing their emotional anchors, making them robust and accessible for later. However, it is in REM sleep that the core entanglement of memory and emotion truly takes center stage. During this vibrant, dream-filled phase, specific brain regions associated with emotion become highly active. Most notably, your amygdala, the brain's emotional center, which is responsible for processing fear, anxiety, but also joy and comfort, shows significantly heightened activity during REM. It's as if your emotional processing hub becomes a powerful engine, driving the re-exploration of your day's emotional landscape, giving a voice to feelings that might have been suppressed or overlooked during waking hours. Crucially, during REM sleep, your brain largely reduces the activity of norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter strongly associated with stress and the fight-or-flight response. This creates a unique and vital environment. It means your brain can revisit and reprocess emotionally charged experiences and memories without the overwhelming physiological stress response that would normally accompany them in waking life. Imagine being able to re-explore a challenging conversation, a frustrating setback, or even a moment of profound grief or fear from your day, but with the volume of anxiety subtly turned down. This allows your brain to engage in a profound form of emotional extinction learning, gently reducing the raw intensity and physiological charge linked to specific, distressing memories. It's a nightly form of exposure therapy, carefully orchestrated by your own unconscious mind, allowing you to learn from challenging experiences without being overwhelmed by them. This precise interplay allows your sleeping mind to reweave these entangled threads, integrating experience and emotion into a cohesive whole. It's a nightly therapy session where past events, even difficult ones, can be softened, understood, and integrated into your broader emotional resilience. This subtle, interwoven artistry helps to smooth out emotional rough edges, reducing the lingering sting of disappointment or the persistent hum of worry. It literally helps your dreaming mind to heal from the day's emotional landscape, creating a more settled internal environment that contributes to profound psychological well-being. The outcome of this profound work is a more emotionally balanced and resilient you. By meticulously consolidating both positive and challenging emotional memories, sleep helps to build a more robust emotional framework. This leads to a greater capacity to cope with stress, manage your moods with greater ease, and maintain a sense of calm and perspective in your waking life. Your overall well-being is deeply influenced by how well your brain performs this intricate act of emotional entanglement and integration each night. This unconscious processing allows you to discharge emotional burdens, freeing up mental space for clarity and creativity when you awaken. Drawing an analogy to quantum entanglement, just as two particles can be fundamentally linked such that the state of one instantly reveals the state of the other, so too are your memories and emotions inextricably bound. They are not independent entities. They are correlated, their properties influencing each other in a unified system. Sleep works to refine these correlations, ensuring that the emotional components of your experiences are properly processed and linked to their factual counterparts, creating a coherent and integrated self. The fates bound in the quiet dark refers to how these elements are processed together, solidifying their correlated existence in memory and influencing their long-term impact on your being, leading to a more unified and harmonious sense of self. This complex interplay extends beyond personal experience. Our shared human emotional responses to universal archetypes, to narratives, to music, all suggest a deeper, interconnected emotional fabric, perhaps echoing the entangled nature of existence itself. Sleep, in its ability to process universal human emotions through unique personal narratives, highlights this profound connection, binding individual experience to collective human understanding. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, trust in your dreaming mind's quiet, healing artistry. Feel the profound peace that comes from knowing your emotions, whether joyous or challenging, are being meticulously tended to, carefully integrated, and woven into the cohesive tapestry of who you are. This subtle, interwoven artistry ensures that you wake not just rested, but emotionally more whole, more resilient, and profoundly at peace. As your memories and emotions are intricately rewoven in sleep's quiet artistry, creating a cohesive whole, let us now turn our awareness to the grandest integration of all. Ponder your own consciousness, that singular, unified experience of being you, of perceiving, feeling, and knowing. This profound sense of self emerges, somehow, from countless, distinct neural activities, profoundly linked. Could your very sense of self be an emergent entanglement, a coherent whole arising from countless interwoven parts? Tonight, feel the quiet wonder that you are a miracle of unified being, even in sleep's deep embrace. Imagine your consciousness as a vast, shimmering tapestry. In your waking life, you perceive the world as a singular, cohesive reality. You don't see separate dots of color, distinct sounds, and fragmented thoughts. Instead, you see a tree, hear a melody, and experience a unified emotion. This seamless integration of countless inputs into one subjective experience is one of the most profound and enduring mysteries in science and philosophy. How does the activity of billions of individual neurons, communicating electrically and chemically, as we explored earlier, combine to create the feeling of being you? How do all these distinct neural activities become so profoundly linked that they form a unified sense of self? Scientists understand that consciousness is an emergent property of the brain. Think of it like a symphony arising from individual musical notes. A single note is just a sound, but when countless notes are played together by different instruments in a complex, synchronized arrangement, a grand symphony emerges, a phenomenon far more complex, beautiful, and meaningful than the sum of its individual parts. Similarly, consciousness is believed to emerge in incredibly intricate, synchronized interactions within the vast networks of your brain. Now, gently allow this concept of emergence to resonate with the principle of quantum entanglement. Recall how two or more quantum particles, though distinct and possibly separated by vast distances, become so deeply linked that they form a single quantum system, their fates intertwined, their properties instantaneously correlated. The state of one is inherently linked to the state of the other. While we are not suggesting that your consciousness is literally quantum entangled in a directly measurable biological sense, that remains a highly speculative area of research beyond current mainstream understanding. We can draw a beautiful poetic analogy. Could your very sense of self, your unified consciousness, be an emergent entanglement? Could a vast network of neurons in your brain, through their complex synchronized activity and profound interconnectedness, create a kind of macro-level emergent entanglement at a biological scale? This perspective suggests that the coherent whole of your being arises not from mere addition, but from a deeper, intrinsic linking of countless interwoven parts. Just as entangled particles cannot be described independently, perhaps the various neural activities that give rise to your conscious experience are so profoundly linked that they form an inseparable, unified whole, a coherent self. Consider how various brain regions, seemingly distinct, operate in perfect harmony to create your reality. The visual cortex processes what you see, the auditory cortex processes what you hear, Emotional centers process feelings, and memory systems recall the past. Yet, all these distinct activities are seamlessly integrated into one unified moment of conscious experience. This is often referred to as the binding problem in neuroscience. How does the brain bind all these disparate inputs into a singular, unified perception? The synchronized firing of neurons across different brain areas, the large-scale brain waves, like the rhythmic harmonies we explored in Chapter 4, are seen as macroscopic signatures of this profound neural coherence and integration, a biological echo of entanglement's unifying power. This means that the very feeling of you, your subjective experience, your sense of personal identity, your awareness of the world, is a miracle of unified being, an astonishing feat of integration. It is a coherent whole arising from the constant, dynamic, and profoundly linked activity of countless, distinct neural components. The sense that distance doesn't matter within your own mind, as memories, ideas, and emotion from different brain areas seem instantly connected and part of singular thought or feeling, deeply resonates with entanglement's principle. Even in sleep's deep embrace, this unity persists, though in a different form. When you are lost in slumber, your conscious sense of self softens, the rigid boundaries of your individual ego can recede, and you experience a more diffuse, fluid state. Yet, the underlying mechanisms for a unified self are being actively maintained and restored. Sleep, through its intricate processes of memory consolidation, emotional processing, and synaptic pruning, actively works to integrate the day's experiences into a more coherent and unified sense of self upon awakening. It cultivates the very neural coherence that allows your consciousness to emerge as a singular, integrated experience. In deep sleep, you are, in a profound way, returning to a state of more fundamental unity, free from the fragmented distractions of waking. As you continue to drift, held in the embrace of your own unified being, marvel at this profound miracle. You are not a fragmented collection of parts, but coherent, integrated whole, a living testament to the universe's capacity for profound connection. Your consciousness, the very essence of your experience, is a testament to this inherent unity, woven from countless interwoven threads, always striving for greater coherence. And as this delicate coherence of your unified being settles into profound rest, know that it is not static. The chaos of the waking world can gently disrupt this harmony, making a nightly quantum reset essential. This profound realignment prepares your neural networks for optimal, unified flow, restoring your magnificent mind for the next cycle of creation. As your very consciousness resonates as a singular, unified experience, emerging from countless, distinct neural activities, we now consider what happens when that profound harmony faces the natural disarray of daily life. For when systems become chaotic, when the constant bombardment of information and stimuli overwhelms, a fragile state can emerge. Entanglement can be lost and coherence fades. But sleep, in its infinite wisdom, offers a nightly quantum reset, meticulously reestablishing your brain's delicate harmony. Tonight, discover how deep rest allows for a profound realignment, bringing your neural networks back into a state of optimal, unified flow. You are restored to a state of profound, internal coherence. Imagine a grand orchestra. When every instrument plays in perfect tune and in exquisite synchronicity, when all the musicians are perfectly aligned, the music is rich, clear, and unified. This is a state of profound coherence. But if each musician starts playing a slightly different rhythm, or drifts out of tune, or if countless other sounds begin to interfere, the beautiful symphony descends into chaotic noise. This is akin to a loss of coherence, where the unified whole breaks down into discordant parts. In the quantum realm, quantum coherence refers to a highly fragile and fascinating state where quantum particles maintain their superposition and entanglement, behaving in a synchronized, unified, and fundamentally quantum way. It is a state of profound order at the smallest scales, where particles effectively dance together in perfect unison. However, this delicate coherence is easily lost. When a quantum system interacts too much with its environment, when it is observed or bombarded by surrounding particles and fields, it undergoes decoherence. It collapses from its unified quantum state into a more classical, definite, and often less synchronized reality. This process of decoherence is, in fact, how the strange, probabilistic quantum world gives rise to the seemingly solid and predictable macroscopic world we experience. When systems become chaotic or interact too much, indeed, entanglement can be lost, coherence fades. Now, gently allow this concept of coherence and its loss to resonate with the experience of your own brain after a long, active day. During your waking hours, your magnificent brain is a whirlwind of activity. It is constantly interacting with the environment, bombarded by sensory input, processing vast amounts of information, engaging in complex tasks, and forming countless new synaptic connections. This constant, dynamic interaction, while essential for learning and adaptation, can also lead to a kind of neuronal noise or overload. Your brain symphony, after hours of intense performance, can begin to sound a little out of tune, its various sections losing their perfect synchronization. This chaos or loss of coherence in the brain's networks manifests in your waking experience as mental fatigue, a struggle to focus, difficulty concentrating, slower decision-making, and sometimes increased irritability or emotional dysregulation. Your thoughts might feel scattered, your clarity diminished. The intricate harmony that defines optimal brain function begins to unravel, and the beautiful synchronicity of its pathways can falter. Your neural networks, having worked tirelessly, yearn for a deep, profound reset. This is precisely where sleep offers a nightly quantum reset. It is not a passive shutdown, a mere off switch, but an active, intelligent process designed to restore order and meticulously reestablish coherence. The deepest phase of NREM sleep, particularly slow-wave sleep, is a primary phase of this profound realignment and reestablishing harmony. Imagine your brain returning to its quiet, internal concert hall, where the conductor now meticulously retunes every instrument and synchronizes every musician, bringing them back into perfect rhythm. One of the key mechanisms for this is synaptic homeostasis, a concept where the brain systematically prunes and downscales less important synaptic connections that were strengthened during the day. This isn't about forgetting, but about clearing the clutter, making the essential connections stand out more clearly and operate more efficiently. It's a vital reset that allows your neural networks to regain efficiency, preparing them to absorb new information without becoming saturated. This pruning is like clearing away the excess noise, allowing the fundamental frequencies of your neural symphony to resonate more clearly. The very hallmark of deep NREM sleep, the large, slow, synchronized delta waves, is a macroscopic manifestation of this reestablished coherence. Billions of neurons, which fired somewhat independently in wakefulness, now begin to fire in unison, creating a profound, unified rhythm that sweeps across vast brain regions. This highly synchronized activity reflects a deeply coherent state, indicating that your brain is actively orchestrating order from the day's potential chaos. This process allows your neural networks back into a state of optimal, unified flow. Furthermore, the physical restoration happening in sleep, the remarkable cleansing work of the glymphatic system, the meticulous replenishment of cellular energy ADP, and the rebalancing of neurotransmitters and hormones all contribute to this quantum reset. A clean, well-fueled, and chemically balanced brain is inherently more capable of maintaining internal coherence and functioning optimally. These deep biological processes are all part of the grand retuning that sleep provides. The result of this nightly reset is astonishing. You are restored to a state of profound internal coherence. You wake feeling clear-headed, focused, emotionally balanced, and physically refreshed. Your thoughts are sharper, your attention is more sustained, and your capacity for learning and creativity is deeply renewed. The fatigue and mental clutter of yesterday have been cleared, leaving a clean, harmonious internal landscape, ready to engage the world with efficiency and grace. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, trust in this magnificent, self-correcting capacity within you. Feel the gentle process of realignment unfolding, as your brain tirelessly works to reestablish its optimal, unified flow. This nightly quantum reset is a testament to your body's innate wisdom, its continuous striving for balance and harmony, even in the depths of rest. And as this profound physical and mental reset restores your internal coherence, your brain becomes perfectly primed for something even more fundamental. For it is this very state of clarity and synchronized flow that allows the essence of healing and profound renewal to extend throughout your entire being, encompassing not just your mind, but every fiber of your physical self, a testament to the entangled nature of your whole existence. As your magnificent brain undergoes its profound quantum reset in sleep, meticulously reestablishing its harmony and returning your neural networks to optimal, unified flow, the wondrous effects of this coherence extend far beyond your mind. For beyond the intricate dance of consciousness, the body's healing in sleep is also a dance of deep connection, a marvel where every cell, though distinct in its individual function, is intricately interwoven in a vast, living tapestry. Tonight, feel how physical repair and immune strength arise from this profound unity, a testament to the entangled nature of your entire physical being. Your body heals as a harmonized, interconnected whole. Imagine your physical body not as a mere collection of separate organs and systems, but as a vast, complex ecosystem, a grand, living network where billions upon billions of cells are constantly interacting, communicating, and collaborating. In the bustling waking world, these interactions are often geared towards activity, immediate response to stimuli, and external output. But in the quiet, restorative hours of sleep, this immense ecosystem shifts its focus entirely towards maintenance, repair, and deep, profound restoration. This holistic healing is profoundly dependent on the seamless, coordinated efforts of all its distinct parts, working as one unified, intricately connected system. Recall the core concept of quantum entanglement, that phenomenon where two or more quantum particles, once linked, remain mysteriously intertwined, their fates correlated across any distance. The measurement of one instantly determines the state of the other, defying our classical understanding of separation. While your biological body doesn't exhibit quantum entanglement in the same directly measurable way as subatomic particles, we can draw a beautiful and powerful analogy to profound interconnectedness that inherently drives your physical healing during sleep. Every cell, every organ, every system is not isolated. Its health and function are intimately correlated with and profoundly influenced by the state of every other part. This is the entangled nature of your entire physical being, a testament to the unified design of life. Consider the meticulous process of cellular repair that intensifies during sleep. Throughout your active day, your cells accumulate tiny damages from metabolic processes, environmental stressors, and the general wear and tear of living. In deep NREM sleep, your body dramatically ramps up its repair mechanisms. Proteins are synthesized, new cellular components are built, and damaged structures are precisely dismantled and replaced. This is a localized effort by just a few cells. It's a vast, coordinated effort across billions of cells throughout your entire body, each performing its specific repair task in silent synchrony with countless others. The repair of a tiny tear in a muscle fiber, for instance, requires energy production from cellular mitochondria, nutrients supplied by the circulatory system, growth signals orchestrated by the endocrine system, and waste removal facilitated by the lymphatic system. All these distinct processes are profoundly linked, working in unison, as it entangled in their shared, singular purpose of restoring physical integrity. The strengthening of immune defenses during sleep is another powerful testament to this deep connection. Your immune system is not a singular entity but a complex, distributed network of specialized cells and chemical messengers that tirelessly protect you from illness. While you rest, specific immune cells, like T cells, increase their activity, and your body ramps up production of crucial immune proteins called cytokines. These vital immune responses are not isolated. They require precise coordination among various types of immune cells, intricate communication pathways with the nervous and endocrine systems, and ample energy resources. A robust immune response depends on the overall health and synchronization of your entire system. Your gut health, your hormonal balance, your stress levels, and your cellular energy stores. Sleep orchestrates this profound unity, allowing all components of your immune system to function as a harmonized, interconnected whole, enhancing their ability to identify, neutralize, and remember threats. Furthermore, the delicate hormonal balance that shifts during sleep, as we explored in Chapter 8, is absolutely vital for this widespread healing. The reduction of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, during sleep is crucial. Lower cortisol levels throughout the body reduce inflammation, creating an optimal, calm environment for repair processes to take place across all tissues and organs. This systemic shift in hormonal balance enables the widespread, coordinated repair and regeneration that defines sleep's physical benefits. Similarly, the surge of growth hormone GH, primarily released in deep NREM sleep, acts as a master builder, not just for childhood growth, but for continuous cellular repair and tissue regeneration throughout your adult body, influencing muscles, bones, and metabolism across your entire interconnected physical being. Even your cardiovascular system receives profound benefit from this interconnected healing. The significant lowering of heart rate and blood pressure during deep sleep gives your heart and blood vessels a much-needed period of reduced demand and vital rest from the day's constant work. This allows the heart muscle and blood vessel lining to repair and maintain their health. This systemic rest for your heart is intimately connected to the overall state of relaxation and repair that permeates your entire body, showcasing how the repose of one system allows others to also settle into their healing rhythm, creating a cascade of interconnected benefits. The essence of this healing is a profound unity. Your physical body is not a mere collection of independent mechanisms. It is a vast, living tapestry where every thread is intricately connected, subtly influencing every other. A disturbance or disharmony in one area can ripple through the entire system, just as a single change in an entangled quantum particle instantly influences its distant partner. Conversely, a period of deep coherent rest, like the one you are now embracing, sends waves of healing and synchronization throughout your entire physical being, allowing your body to heal as a harmonized, interconnected whole. This realization offers a deep sense of peace and trust in your own inherent capacity for healing. You don't need to consciously direct every cell or every hormone. Your body, with its ancient entangled wisdom, knows precisely how to mend itself. It understands profound correlations between its myriad parts and tirelessly works to maintain balance and wholeness, particularly when you surrender to the restorative power of sleep. This is a dance of deep connection, an unseen ballet of repair and renewal performed every single night. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow your awareness to rest in the profound comfort of this truth. Feel the gentle currents of healing flowing through every fiber of your being, from the smallest cell to the largest organ. You are a miracle of interconnectedness, constantly being restored and made whole in the quiet dark. Your body is a testament to the entangled nature of existence, a living embodiment of unity. And as your body undergoes this profound physical repair, drawing strength from its inherent interconnectedness, your brain is simultaneously preparing for its own unique form of creative expression. For in the boundless space of dreams, your mind paints a canvas of what might be, unbound by familiar physical laws, exploring new paradigms that resonate with the very nature of quantum possibility. As your physical body undergoes its profound healing, drawing strength from its inherent, entangled interconnectedness in sleep, your brain is simultaneously preparing for its own unique form of creative expression. For in the boundless space of dreams, realities flow and intertwine, characters and settings shifting, subtly linked in a fluid narrative. Tonight, consider how this imaginative freedom, this quantum-like fluidity, allows your mind to explore countless possibilities, unburdened by waking logic. Your dreams are truly a canvas of entangled potential, vibrant and limitless. During your waking hours, your mind perceives a singular, defined reality. Objects stay where you put them, people retain their identities, and time flows forward in a predictable line. But when you surrender to sleep, especially during the vibrant currents of REM sleep, that paradoxical state where your brain is highly active yet largely disconnected from external reality, your mind gently sheds these waking constraints. It enters a state where the usual rules of the physical world soften, allowing for profound, quantum-like fluidity to unfold. This is a realm where your imagination awakens, painting a canvas of what might be. Imagine the quantum principles we've explored. Superposition, where a particle exists in multiple states at once until observed, wave-particle duality, where something is both diffuse and defined simultaneously, and quantum tunneling, which allows for mysterious traversals through seemingly impenetrable barriers. While your dreams are not direct quantum phenomena in a literal sense, their qualities beautifully resonate with these fundamental truths of reality. The dream state, at its core, embodies this quantum-like flexibility and potential. In dreams, realities flow and intertwine with astonishing ease. A house might transform into another as you walk through its rooms, or a person's face might shift seamlessly from one friend to another, embodying a kind of dream superposition of identities. These are not merely random distortions. They are profound explorations of your mind's capacity for flexibility. Just as a quantum particle exists in a superposition of states before observation, a dream character might embody a superposition of identities, being both a specific person and a generalized archetype, until your focus within the dream brings one aspect into sharper relief. The dreamscape is a vast stage where possibilities constantly coexist and interact, allowing for endless permutations of reality. The very characters and settings shift, subtly linked in a fluid narrative. You might find yourself in a familiar childhood home that suddenly opens into a room you've never seen, or conversing with a composite character who possesses the voice of one person and the mannerisms of another. This fluid identity, this blending of elements, is a core feature of your dreaming mind. It allows your brain to explore complex relationships, to integrate disparate experiences, and to synthesize new understandings that rigid waking logic might struggle to grasp. These connections are almost like entangled realities, where the properties of one element subtly influence or reveal the nature of another, creating a coherent, if unconventional, internal world. The dream itself is a unified yet fluid system, much like an entangled quantum state. This imaginative freedom is profoundly enabled by the unique neurological state of REM sleep. The prefrontal cortex, the area of your brain responsible for rational thought, planning, and self-censorship, becomes notably less active. It's like the logical editor of your mind taking a well-deserved break, allowing creative and associative parts of your brain to run unhindered. This temporary quieting of your inner critic frees your mind to make remote associations, to connect ideas that seem entirely unrelated in waking life. It allows for a nonlinear flow of thought, essential for true innovation and creative problem-solving. Your mind can metaphorically tunnel through mental barriers, finding unexpected pathways to solutions and breakthroughs that were inaccessible during your waking hours. Think of your dreams as your mind's internal laboratory for exploring possibilities. They are a safe space where your brain can run simulations, test out scenarios, and consider what-if situations without any real-world consequences. This could involve rehearsing a challenging conversation, practicing a new skill, or exploring different emotional responses to a situation. This fluid, quantum-like exploration prepares you for the unfolding realities of tomorrow by increasing your mental flexibility, enhancing your problem-solving abilities, and broadening your perspective. Your dreaming mind is a master strategist, quietly experimenting with potential futures, shaping them in a boundless night. Furthermore, dreams are a powerful source of creative inspiration. Many artists, musicians, scientists, and writers have reported their most profound insights, melodies, or plot ideas emerging directly from their dreams. The ability of the dreaming mind to connect seemingly disparate concepts, to create novel images and narratives, to break free from conventional thought patterns. This is the very essence of creativity. Your dreams are constantly generating new ideas, silently shaping your imaginative capacity, ensuring that you awaken with a richer internal wellspring of inspiration. This continuous generation means your dreams truly sculpt future potential, vibrant and limitless. They are not merely reflections of your past. They are active constructors of possibilities. To gently cultivate this quantum canvas within you, simply nurture a sense of openness and curiosity towards your dreams. Without trying to force meaning, allow yourself to recall fragments upon waking, to ponder the feelings they evoked, and to recognize the patterns that might emerge over time. This gentle engagement with your dream life is an act of connecting with your own profound inner wisdom, acknowledging the subtle genius that works tirelessly within you. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, held within this magnificent, ceaseless cosmic dance, allow your awareness to rest in profound freedom of your dreaming mind. It is a boundless space, a quantum canvas where realities flow and intertwine, where possibilities are infinite, and where your future potential is silently being sculpted. Embrace this imaginative freedom, this profound capacity for your mind to explore the very edges of what is possible. For even as your dreams weave their vivid narratives, they resonate with a deeper truth about reality itself. That fundamental connections persist beyond perceived separation. As your mind paints its quantum canvas, dreaming the possible and sculpting future potential in the boundless space of sleep, another profound truth of quantum entanglement whispers from the depths of reality. It tells us that distance is not a barrier, that fundamental connections persist far beyond any perceived separation. Tonight, as you drift into profound rest, ponder how this echoes within you, resonating with a feeling of unity often experienced in deep meditation or slumber, where the illusion of being separate gently dissolves into boundless peace. Embrace the quiet understanding that you are intrinsically linked to all, far beyond the confines of space. Recall the astonishing concept of quantum entanglement. Two particles, once linked, remain mysteriously intertwined, their fates correlated no matter how far apart they travel. The measurement of one instantaneously influences the state of the other, defying our everyday understanding of space and time. This is an imaginable form of communication, but fundamental property of reality itself, suggesting that at its deepest level, the universe is not a collection of isolated parts, but an intricately connected whole. In our waking lives, we often experience ourselves as distinctly separate entities. You are in your body, in your room, distinct from the person next door or the distant stars that twinkle in the night sky. Our senses, our language, and our conscious minds are meticulously designed to delineate, to create boundaries, to separate me from not me, and here from there. This perception of rigid separation is crucial for navigating the physical world, for acting as an individual, for interacting with distinct objects and people. However, the profound truth of quantum entanglement invites us to consider that the strong sense of individual, rigid separation might, at a deeper level, be an illusion of distance. It's a useful illusion for waking life, but an illusion nonetheless. When viewed through the lens of fundamental reality, allow this insight to gently resonate with your experience of deep meditation or profound sleep. In these states, the usual boundaries of the self often soften. The constant chatter of your ego, your individual concerns, and your sense of being a distinct, separate entity can gently recede. In moments of deep tranquility, particularly in the profound stillness of NREM sleep, our deepest, most physically restorative stage, you might feel a dissolving of edges, a sense of merging with the quiet of the room, or even a feeling of being vast and unbounded. This is where the illusion of being separate gently dissolves into boundless peace. The tension of individuality, the burden of separation, simply releases, leaving behind a profound calm. Think of your consciousness not as a fixed point, but as a wave in a vast ocean. In waking life, you perceive yourself as a distinct ripple, separate from all others. But in deep sleep or meditation, that ripple can subtly dissolve back into the ocean, becoming one with a boundless expanse. The waves are still there. The individual ripples may still exist in potential, but they are understood as part of an inseparable whole. The truth of entanglement whispers that the underlying ocean of reality is fundamentally connected, that all ripples are at source one. This concept extends beyond your individual self to your fundamental connection with all of existence. The atoms that form your body, the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, are the same atoms that form distant stars, ancient galaxies, and every other living thing. The fundamental forces that bind those atoms are the same universal forces that shape the cosmos. The patterns of energy that govern quantum particles are the same patterns that, at a grander scale, give rise to the complexity of your brain and the entire universe. Therefore, on the most fundamental quantum level, you are intrinsically linked to all, not just conceptually, but at the very heart of your material existence, far beyond the confines of perceived space and time. Sleep, in its intricate processes, provides a nightly opportunity to return to this state of profound unity. When your brain clears its metabolic waste, rebuilds its cells, and consolidates memories, it is not acting in isolation. It is part of an interconnected system of your entire body, as we explored in Chapter 15, itself a part of Earth's rhythms, all ultimately expressions of the universal quantum field. The healing that occurs, the mental clarity that emerges, the emotional balance achieved, all arise from the synchronous dance of interconnected parts that transcend mere physical proximity. Sleep allows you to experience your own biological systems functioning as a unified, coherent whole, a microcosm of the grand universal interconnectedness. The quantum-like fluidity of dreams, as we explored in Chapter 16, also beautifully mirrors this transcendence of separation. In dreams, distinct locations can merge, identities can blend, and moments in time can intertwine, defying the linear boundaries of the waking world. These dream states allow your mind to playfully explore a reality where separation is porous, where different aspects of an experience remain subtly linked, much like entangled particles whose fates are inherently intertwined, regardless of their apparent distance in the dreamscape. Your dreaming mind is constantly experiencing that distance doesn't matter in the realm of potential. Embrace the comfort that comes from this deep understanding. You are not a solitary island in the universe. You are a vibrant, living thread in a universal tapestry that is fundamentally woven together. The profound peace you find in deep rest is not merely the absence of activity or distraction. It is a feeling of aligning with this core truth of existence, of returning to a state of boundless unity. It is a peace of knowing that even in the quiet dark, you are supported, connected, and part of something infinitely vast and intimately close. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow your awareness to rest in this profound sense of unity. Feel the illusion of separation gently dissolve, knowing that you are intrinsically linked to all that is beyond any perceived distances. You are one with the quiet hum of existence, utterly complete and at peace in this boundless field. As the illusion of separation gently dissolves in the profound unity of sleep, and you rest, intrinsically linked to all, a deeper understanding unfolds. Your entire existence, from the quantum particles within every cell of your being to the distant stars above that twinkle in the cosmic night, is not isolated. Instead, it is part of an intricate, universal web, ceaselessly interwoven. Tonight, as you drift, feel yourself aligning with this grand, cosmic dance of connection, a profound, unwavering pulse that binds all things in existence. Embrace the quiet truth that you are, in every fiber of your being, an essential part of this magnificent, ceaseless, cosmic dance. We have journeyed inward, exploring the unseen depths of your sleep, delving into the microscopic marvels of your brain, and even touching the enigmatic quantum realm. We've seen how atoms, particles, and energy itself behave in ways that defy our ordinary logic, revealing a universe of wave-particle duality, inherent uncertainty, boundless superposition, and profound entanglement. We've understood that these aren't just abstract theories. They are the fundamental rules that govern the very fabric of reality, from the smallest subatomic whisper to the grandest cosmic scale. Now, let's allow our awareness to expand outward, gently bridging the microcosm of your inner world with the macrocosm of the universe. Your circadian rhythm, that precise inner clock tuned to precise cycles of day and night, is your most intimate biological connection to Earth's rotation and the sun's rhythm. It's a biological echo of a celestial dance, demonstrating how life on this planet has evolved in perfect synchronicity with cosmic movements. The daily rise and fall of your energy, the precise release of your hormones, the very timing of your deep rest and vibrant dreams, all are finely calibrated by your interaction with the light and darkness emanating from your cosmic home. Consider the very elements that form your body, the carbon that is the backbone of your organic molecules, the oxygen you breathe, the hydrogen that forms the water comprising the majority of your being. These aren't just earthly creations. These fundamental atoms were forged in the fiery hearts of ancient stars, in processes of immense heat and pressure that defy human comprehension. When those stars reach the end of their lives, they scatter these elements across the cosmos in spectacular supernova explosions, seeding the universe with the very ingredients for planets and for life. You are, quite literally, stardust brought to life, a temporary, conscious, and exquisitely complex arrangement of cosmic material. Your existence is a continuous conversation with the universe, breathing its air, absorbing its energy from sunlight captured by plants, and eventually returning your own essence to its vast, recycling cycles. The very forces that govern the intricate dance of quantum particles within your cells, the strong and weak nuclear forces, electromagnetism, and gravity, are the same fundamental forces that orchestrate the formation of galaxies, the birth of stars, the movements of planets, and the grand structures of the universe. The entanglement we discussed, hinting at connections that defy distance and separation, suggests a universe where everything is inherently linked, not as isolated entities casually interacting, but as part of an interwoven, unified system. Your brain, with its vast networks of neurons communicating in synchronized patterns, is a living testament to this universal principle of profound interconnectedness, where a seemingly small local event can have far-reaching correlations. Your sleep, in this grand cosmic context, is a profound act of alignment. When you surrender to rest, you are not simply withdrawing from the world. You are engaging in a fundamental process that brings you into deeper harmony with the universe's natural rhythms. The deep quiet of your sleep resonates with the vast silence of space, that zero-point field humming with unseen energy, the fundamental source of all creation. The restorative work happening within your body and mind, the cellular repair, the mental clarity, the emotional balance, mirrors the cosmic cycles of creation, birth of stars, new life, dissolution, stellar death, breakdown of old forms, and renewal, scattering of elements, formation of new stars. You break down the old, dissolve the day's weariness, and allow for profound renewal, preparing for the next phase of creation and activity when you awaken. This magnificent, ceaseless, cosmic dance is not something external to you. You are an integral, participating part of it. Every breath you take, every heartbeat, every thought that sparks in your mind is a continuation of this universal process. The dance of quantum particles within your cells, the molecular symphonies, the cellular processes, the brainwave rhythms, all are microscopic reflections of the grander, universal pulse. And your consciousness, that subjective experience of being you, is perhaps the most wondrous emergent property of this cosmic ballet, allowing you to perceive and ponder your unique place within it. There's a profound peace in this realization that you are never truly separate. Even in moments of solitude, even in the deepest quiet of the night, you are inherently connected to the vastness of the cosmos, bound by the same fundamental forces and rhythms that govern all existence. Your internal landscape reflects the external universe, and the universe breathes through you. This understanding can dissolve worries, bringing a boundless sense of belonging and peace, a profound recognition of your place within the universal web. As you continue to drift deeper into slumber, allow your awareness to rest in this profound, unifying truth. Feel yourself as a luminous thread in the universal web, woven from stardust, dancing to the cosmic pulse. You are part of this magnificent, ceaseless, cosmic dance, intimately connected to all that is beyond the confines of perceived separation. And as your magnificent journey through the universal web approaches its final destination, know that the deepest truth often lies beyond words, in profound, infinite silence where all separation gently dissolves and all questions softly fade into pure being. As your existence gently aligns with the grand universal web, part of the magnificent cosmic dance that binds all things, your journey now guides you to its most profound destination. The journey into sleep and into the quantum realm ultimately leads to profound, infinite silence, a sacred space where all separation gently dissolves. Here, in this boundless expanse, all questions softly fade into pure being, a boundless peace, embracing the comfort of unity, the vast potential held within deep rest. You are now at the quiet heart of existence, where all things are one. Imagine the deepest, most absolute stillness you have ever known. Not just the absence of sound, but the complete cessation of thought, of striving, of definition. This is the quality of the infinite silence we now explore. It is not an emptiness, a void devoid of being, but a profound presence, a fundamental ground of existence that underlies all phenomena, both in the vast cosmos and within the deepest realms of your own slumber. In this space, the busy, questioning mind of wakefulness, with its constant search for answers, its need for logical understanding and precise definitions, gently recedes. The endless stream of what if and why softens and dissolves, leaving only a quiet, perfect is. We have explored the intricate scientific mechanisms of your sleep, from the brain's detailed architecture and the silent hum of its molecules to the precise dance of its waves and chemicals. We ventured into the quantum realm, witnessing particles dancing as waves, experiencing the inherent uncertainty and boundless possibilities of superposition, and recognizing how profound entanglement links all things. We've seen your mind metaphorically tunneling through barriers and painting the canvas of dreams. We've aligned with cosmic rhythms, understood sleep as a quantum reset, and felt your body heal through its entangled connections. All these paths have led here. Yet, for all the luminous pathways revealed by science, the ultimate why, the profound mystery of consciousness, the subjective experience of being you, often remains gracefully beyond our complete grasp. And it is at this very boundary, this edge of unity, where all distinct forms and separate inquiries merge, that knowledge meets mystery and all individual questions gently fade. The paradoxes of quantum physics, how something can be both wave and particle, how multiple states can exist simultaneously, are no longer intellectual puzzles to be solved, but fundamental truths of this underlying reality, accepted without needing classical explanation. Here, in this boundless peace, all questions softly dissolve into pure being. The complex theories, the intricate observations, the very act of understanding, all can now rest. You don't need to grasp every detail, to reconcile every paradox. The fluid nature of quantum reality, the inherent uncertainties, and the profound interconnectedness all point to an existence that is, at its deepest level, beyond our linear, waking attempts to fully comprehend. The beauty lies in the acceptance, the surrender to what simply is. This is the peace of effortless existence, of effortless flow. This profound stillness, this infinite silence, is the very source from which all arises and to which all returns. It is a zero-point field we touched upon, humming with unseen energy, the fundamental wellspring of all creation. In deep sleep, your consciousness, in a sense, returns to this undifferentiated state, a brief dissolution of your defined waking self into the boundless potential of the universe. This nightly return is a profound act of renewal, drawing from the wellspring of existence itself, before the next cycle of form and activity. The comfort of unity permeates this space. In your waking life, you perceive yourself as a distinct individual, separate from others, from your environment, from the universe. But in the deep quiet of profound rest, the illusion of being separate gently dissolves. You may experience a sense of merging with the quiet of the room, feeling vast and unbounded. Your personal boundaries soften, allowing you to connect with the universal flow. This is a comfort of unity, a deep realization that you are intrinsically linked to all that is, a vibrant thread in the universal web, utterly connected beyond the confines of perceived space or individuality. It is the peace of non-duality. This is the vast potential held within deep rest. When you fully surrender to the infinite silence of sleep, you are not simply inactive. You are entering a state of profound peace and limitless possibility, the fertile ground from which new energy will gather, new insights will emerge, and profound healing will unfold, often without your conscious direction. It is a sacred space where creation and dissolution beautifully intertwine, endlessly cycling. You are now at the quiet heart of existence, where all things are one. This is your fundamental truth. Your nightly journey into the silence is a personal echo of the universe's grandest processes, a return to the source, a moment of undifferentiated being, before the gentle reemergence into form and definition. This journey replenishes not just your body and mind, but your very essence, aligning you with the deepest, most fundamental unity of the cosmos. Feel profound peace that comes from resting in this ultimate silence, in this boundless unity. All striving ceases. All questions dissolve. There is only being. You are complete, whole, and utterly at peace, encompassed by the quiet heart of all existence. And as the quiet of this infinite silence begins to gently soften, as the first subtle whispers a new dawn prepare to touch the sky, you will slowly begin your return. But you will not return as the same person who drifted off to sleep. You will emerge from this profound journey, from this exploration of the quantum depths, ready to integrate the unseen wisdom into your waking life, more deeply aware of yourself and the wondrous universe that breathes through you. As the profound, infinite silence of deep rest begins its subtle shift, and dawn's first hint gently touches the sky, painting the world outside Multan with the softest hues of awakening, you too begin your return. Your long, immersive journey into the very fabric of sleep and into profound mysteries of the quantum realm that underpin it all now concludes. Feel your body and mind truly transformed by the night's profound quantum work, renewed and vibrant, ready to greet the unfolding day. Tonight, as you transition from slumber to awareness, carry the quiet wisdom of interconnectedness into your waking moments, nurturing a deeper understanding of yourself and the universe's subtle unifying forces. Embrace this gentle integration, truly awakened by the mysteries explored. You are more connected, more profoundly renewed, and more deeply aware than ever before. We began our journey with a gentle descent into sleep, witnessing your body's ancient wisdom guiding you to rest. We then traversed the grand architecture of your brain, observing its intricate landscapes and the silent hum of its countless cellular connections, composed of molecules and atoms that form your very essence. You discovered the paradox of wave-particle duality, how certainty softens and reality becomes fluid, echoing the very nature of your dreams. You embraced the uncertainty principle, finding peace in the boundless potential that exists before observation. We explored the superposition of possibilities, understanding how your mind hovers in infinite states, creating a universe of what-ifs. You saw how quantum entanglement, the deepest secret, truly revealed that fundamental bonds defy separation, binding parts of your being and the universe itself in an unseen dance. This profound interconnectedness resonated within your brain's vast networks, creating a unified consciousness from myriad individual whispers. You witnessed how sleep meticulously reweaves entangled memories and emotions, integrating experience and feeling into a cohesive whole, allowing your dreaming mind to heal through its subtle artistry. We understood sleep as a quantum reset, re-establishing your brain's coherence and bringing neural networks back to optimal, unified flow, restoring you to a state of profound internal order. Beyond the mind, you felt your body's healing in sleep as a dance of deep connection, witnessing how physical repair and immune strength arise from the entangled nature of your entire physical being. You explored sleep's quantum canvas, where your dreams, unbound by familiar laws, explored possibilities and quietly sculpted future potential. We contemplated the cosmic rhythms, realizing how your inner clock aligns with the grand pulse of the universe, the ceaseless dance of creation, dissolution, and renewal. And finally, you rested in the infinite silence, at the very edge of unity, where all separation gently dissolves and all questions softly fade into boundless peace, connecting you to the quiet heart of existence, where all things are one. All these intricate scientific insights, these profound philosophical resonances, collectively reveal one powerful truth. Sleep is not merely a pause in consciousness or a simple biological necessity. It is a profoundly active, intelligent, and benevolent force, ceaselessly working for your well-being. It is the core rhythm that integrates every aspect of your being, your physical vitality, your mental clarity, your emotional resilience, and your very capacity for growth and wonder. You are truly transformed by the night's profound quantum work. Now, as your awareness expands into new day, you are invited to carry the quiet wisdom of interconnectedness into your waking moments. This wisdom is not just intellectual knowledge. It is an embodied understanding, a deeper knowing that resides within every cell of your being, resonating with a cosmic hum. It empowers you to live with greater harmony, clarity, and peace. Embrace this gentle integration, truly awakened by the mysteries explored. Let this newfound appreciation for sleep and for the universe's subtle forces transform your relationship with rest and with reality itself. See sleep not as a luxury or a task to be checked off, but as a sacred pillar of your health, a profound gift you give yourself each night. It is a time when you are most actively cultivating your physical resilience, enhancing your mental capacity, and nurturing your emotional well-being. It is a powerful foundation upon which your conscious, vibrant life is built. You can apply this wisdom in gentle, profound ways. Listen to your body's whispers, honoring fatigue, recognizing sleep signals as part of a natural, universal cycle, not a weakness. Trusting the body's innate wisdom, embrace fluidity and potential, drawing from the quantum realm. Learn to navigate life's uncertainties with grace, trusting that possibilities exist even beyond immediate perception. Let go of the need for rigid control. Recognize profound interconnectedness. See the subtle quantum fabric woven into daily interactions, appreciating the unity and diversity, knowing you are intrinsically linked to all beings and all phenomena. Nurture your creativity, trusting your unconscious mind's ability to tunnel through problems, to generate new ideas, and offer insights that transcend waking logic, born from the boundless quantum canvas. Find peace in mystery, accepting that not everything needs to be known or controlled, resting in the infinite silence where boundless potential resides and where all questions gently fade. Align with cosmic rhythms, consciously choosing practices that harmonize with the natural cycles of light and darkness, allowing your inner pulse to resonate with the universe's grand dance, from the stars above to the ground beneath your feet. This is a gentle integration, a continuous process that unfolds day by day, night by night. You are now more connected to the universe's subtle, unifying forces, more profoundly renewed from your core, and more deeply aware of the miracle that is your own consciousness. So, as the light of dawn now fully embraces the world around you in Multan, Pakistan, and you prepare to open your eyes to the new day, feel this deep, abiding peace within you. Release any last lingering thoughts of the night's journey. You are complete. You are whole. You are refreshed. You are at peace. And as you step into this new day, carry the quiet wisdom of sleep, the profound understanding of your quantum self, and the boundless peace of interconnectedness with you in every precious moment.